What's happened, everybody? It's been a while since I've posted anything here on social media other than a random story or something about the Super Bowl. It's been many weeks since I've done a Monday Minute, and we'll get into why at another time. But after the tragic shooting in Kansas City yesterday that hit far too close to home with family and friends at the parade, I spent a lot of time last night thinking about that and just the hate and hurt and pain that's in the world. So I thought I'd come on and share a story with you this morning real quickly. True story of something that's happened in the last week here at Bracken's Kitchen. And so here I go. Last week, my daughter Jessica, who works here, brought in an application that someone came in and filled out. I didn't see the person when they showed up, but she told me this guy was great, what a wonderful, kind, positive guy, blah, 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 that I should really talk to him. And my daughter has a very discerning heart, and I trust her immensely. And we are looking for a driver, which is a forward-facing position, so someone with the positive attitude in the heart and values that we live by here at the kitchen is important if they're going to be out meeting guests and delivering and picking food up. So I called the guy up. He came in and they put him in the conference room next door and texted me. I was in the warehouse. They texted me this here, and I showed up and had a vision in my mind of what I was expecting based on what Jessica said. And when I walked in, it was definitely not what I expected. I don't know how good my poker face was, but sitting in front of me was a guy that was tatted from head to foot, and I have no problem with tattoos. Got a couple of my own here and there, but this was some serious tattoos, neck, gang life right here. So clearly, this gentleman had lived a rough life. But I continued with the interview and the conversation, and very quickly I got to see what Jessica saw with him: his heart, his passion, and more. I won't go into his story, but let's just say he was born into a life that very few people can escape, and he is trying really hard to escape that life, which is why he moved to Orange County from Northern California with his 7-year-old son, and just trying to do right by his son, get back on his feet. What a positive, wonderful young man. I got the true privilege of meeting yesterday. And during the conversation, he told me about how he filled out an application online to work at one of the local McDonald's here. And when he showed up and the manager came out to meet him immediately, he knew that he wasn't going to get a job there. Obviously, the manager didn't have a poker face and came up with a quick excuse that something has come up and he has to reschedule the interview. And needless to say, they never rescheduled it. He didn't call back, so that's dead. And it just broke my heart that this manager of McDonald's has missed out on an opportunity to get to know and meet a really wonderful young man. And you know, one man's loss is another man's gain. So I'm kind of grateful because we will hire this gentleman, almost 99% certain. We do have a couple other applicants, but I would certainly, while I'm here, any of our staff or volunteers or Bracken's Kitchen followers who hear this, don't judge a book by its cover. When you see this young man, look beyond the face. I actually had an opportunity to point him in the right direction for a few different places that help with free tattoo removal. But again, that's the story for another time. And I share this with you because when I think about what happened in Kansas City, and man, I wasn't there, but it hit really close to home. You know, I love my Chiefs. That's why I chose to wear this hat during this recording. You know, like I said earlier, family and friends were at that parade, and I just heartbroken for many reasons. The joy that was stolen from so many people in such a positive time as celebrating a Super Bowl victory in a parade where the entire city of Kansas City came together, black, white, Hispanic, immigrant, man, woman, old, young, Christian, Jew, Muslim, it didn't matter. Everybody just came together and rallied behind something positive, and somebody stole that. Somebody that had so much pain and hurt and anger and evil in their heart that they chose to do that. And we know nothing about the government, at least I don't at this time. Don't know the motives, nothing. And that doesn't matter. It'll come out later, and all the narratives are going to come out about this person and what, where, and why. But right now, we just know that someone opened fire. And that just speaks to this person's heart. And this video isn't about gun legislation or gun control. So if you choose to speak about that and comment on this, I will just delete it. It's about the human heart, and you just cannot legislate the human heart. And that's something only we can change, only we can have an impact on. I'm sorry this video is going longer than I'd like it to, but it's really important. And for those of you who have listened this far, you and I have a chance today, tomorrow, every day to have an impact on the human heart through the people we encounter every day, to show love, to show caring, to show compassion, to show people that there's a better way, to help people to work through their hurt and their pain and their heartache and their anger. Because, wow, I mean, hatred is learned. It isn't ingrained. We know that. Kids grow up the most innocent human beings. They don't care who is next to them, who's beside them. They'll play with anybody. It's only as they grow up they learn hate through the world we live in. And we have an awesome responsibility to try to do something about that, to try to change the world. And we do that day by day, encounter by encounter, by just meeting people where they're at, loving them, looking beyond their face, their physical, their scars, their tattoos, looking beyond the pain and suffering and seeing the person inside, the person that God sees, the person that Jesus sees, and just trying to love them. So I hope if you listen to this video this far, you will think about this. And even if just one person is moved by what I'm saying here and works hard, like I had to yesterday, to look beyond the tattoos, to see the heart of this wonderful young man, then maybe we can start having an impact. And maybe we can just create a ripple effect, a snowball effect of just one of you goes out and shows some love and someone else does and someone else does. And maybe, just maybe, we can turn this thing around in this country and we can get back to loving each other the way we're supposed to supporting each other, to lifting each other up, to truly trying to make a difference in their life. So I hope one of you, just one of you, will hear this and take it to heart and try to do something, because, man, we need it. We need it now more than ever. We cannot legislate the human heart. Hate cannot drive out hate. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only love and light can do that. So be the light, be the love, be the salt in the world. Peace out. Love you all.